So inshallah we'll do 3 ayats today. 2 ayats are from Surah Saba, ayat number 40 and 41, and one is from Surah Hud 119. So we'll do a simple translation first. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. So in the ayat number 40 of Surah Saba, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning the day when people will be gathered. Okay. And man, jinn will be there, and then malaika, the angels will also be there. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask a question and ask the angels a question. And it seems that the purpose of that is to establish something against the mankind, okay, which man did in this worldly life. So the ayat says, وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ, and the day He will gather them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will gather them jami'an, all together. All of them will be gathered on the day of judgment. Thumma, then, yaqulu, He will say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, lil malaikati, to the angels. So the address will be to the angels. And what will be say? Ahaulai. Now, the letter alif with the hamza means is a question mark. And haulai means these people. So maybe some people will be there and it will be pointed to those people, and a question will be asked to angels about those people. Okay, what will be the question? Iyyakum kanu ya'budun. These people, were they worshipping you? Were they worshipping the angels? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask the angels that here are some people, Iyyakum, to you, kanu ya'budun, they used to worship. So a question will come to the angels. In the next ayat of Surah Saba, ayat number 41, angels will be surprised and they will respond to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the response or reply of the angels in the next ayat. Qalu, they will say. And here there is the angels. Angels will reply, Subhanaka, glory be to you. So they will glorify Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will do tasbih of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then they will say, Anta waliyuna, you are our guardian, you are our friend, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are our friend, our guardian. Min dunihim, other than them. Means only you are the guardian, nobody else. Then they will say, Palkanu, but Kanu ya'buduna, these people used to worship. They used to worship the jinns. Okay? They were not worshipping us because whatever they were doing, they did not know in the worldly life, these people, what they were doing. So they may be following shayateen. Now shayateen are also jinns also. Okay? So some people, they are following, they are worshipping the shayateen or the jinns. So angels say that no, they had no relationship with us when they were living in the worldly life, but they were worshipping the jinns. Aktharuhum, most of them, most of the people, bihim, in them, in the jinns, mu'minun, used to believe that the jinns are the ones who take care of their worldly life and they help them and they guide them and whatever. Instead of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they were following the jinns or the shayateen. Nothing to do with us. We were bari'u zimma, we were free of the whatever they were doing. Then we are going to do one ayat of Surah Hud, and this ayat is not connected with this in the context, okay? But it's a separate ayat, and only one ayat that talks about on the day of judgment what will happen to mankind and jinn kind. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, illa, except that, mar rahima rabbuka, whomsoever your Lord has mercy. On that day, on the day of judgment, only those will be successful upon whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your Lord, will bestow His mercy, His raham. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says a very powerful statement, walizalika. Walizalika means, and for that purpose. Khalaqahum, He created them. And khalaqahum means all the creation that He created, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created so He can have raham, mercy upon them. So the purpose of the creation actually is being mentioned here, is that so He can be merciful to His creation. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make a statement after the judgment is done and the people have been shown mercy there, and those people who have been forgiven, and those people who have been condemned to be punished. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make a statement. And that statement was made when mankind was created. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created Adam alayhi salam, and He commanded angels to make sajda, and the Iblis did not make sajda. He said, give me reprieve, give me time until the day of judgment, so I will mislead the mankind. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him time, and this is another ayat in the Quran elsewhere, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, those who will follow you in the worldly life, I will fill Jahannam with them. So here, a confirmation of that statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَتَمَّتْ, and is fulfilled, completed. Kalimatu Rabbika, the word of your Lord, has been fulfilled today. How it is fulfilled? La'amla'anna means definitely I will fill. Jahannama, the hellfire. Minal jinnati, by the jinns, wan nasi, and the people, ajmain, altogether. So there will be those people among the mankind and jinn kind who have been punished to be sent to the Jahannam, to the hellfire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about those people. Not about the people here who will be given the paradise and the hereafter, the pleasure of the hereafter. Okay, so that is the ayat number 119 of Surah Hud, okay, which is the last ayat in the document. Okay, so now inshallah we'll go and do a breakdown. So the word again starts with wow, means and yawma. Generally, I think we have discussed this before, the actual word is yawmun. Yawmun means a day. Okay? But in the Quran, the word is being used yawma. Okay? And again, it can be translated a day or that day. Okay. Now, what is making this yawmun to yawma? The rule is that there has to be some word before that which can affect the next word and changes its states. Okay, and there are many words that change the dhamma into a fatha. Okay, if the word is coming as a maf'ul, it becomes fatah, or if there is some word which is, so, and what we say, we call them implicit. Means there is something in the bracket, okay? So for example, if I put in the bracket, Allah will say, okay? So that statement will be before this, okay? And that may be a verb, and a noun when it comes after the verb changes the state to yawma. But for purpose of understanding, instead of going into that kind of details, you can translate yawma. It's called the zarf-e-zaman. Zaman means it represents the time, okay? And something that represents time is represented by fatah here, okay? So yawma, a day, okay? Or that day, okay? Now the word after that is yahshuruhum, okay? So this word starts with the three letters ha, sheen, and ra. Hashara. Hashara means to gather or to collect. Okay? To combine, together, or to collect. And the day of judgment is also called the Yawmul Hashr, the day of gathering. Okay? So Hashara means to gather. Now this follows, in the grammatical it follows a noon in the dictionary, which means there will be a dhamma on the middle letter when we make the grammar. Okay? So when we put a ya in the beginning, yaf'alu is the grammar of present tense. He does or he will do. Okay, both, right? So when we apply this one, it will be yahshuru, because the middle letter is carrying the ma. So this will be yahshuru. Okay, so both the meanings are permissible, but from the context here, if we are talking about some time that will come later, we will translate he will gather, he will collect. Okay, and here he is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so yahshuru means he will gather, he will bring together. Okay, now hum is pointing to them. Okay, and them means all the creation will be brought together on that day, all the mankind and all the jinn kind. Okay, and obviously the malaika, the angels, are present there too. Okay, so yahshuruhum means he will gather them, or he will bring them together. He will gather them. Okay. Now the other word is made of jim, mim, ain, jama'a. Jama'a means to combine something. Okay, add together. Okay, so the noun from this is jami'un. Jami'un means all together. Jami'un, all together. Okay, and this is the noun. Jami'un is a noun. Okay, and this noun is coming after the verb hashara, yahshur. Okay, so when noun comes after the verb as a maf'ul, we change to the must two fathas. So it will become jami'an. Okay, just like we say khalaqal insana. Al insana is the maf'ul of khalaqa. So here jami'un is the maf'ul of hashara. Okay, work is being done on them. Okay, all of them. So when we change two dhammas to two fathas, we add an extra alif there. So it is written as it is there, jami'an, all together.
Ayn seems to be missing in the way it's
That's right.
written.
Jami'an. Next. Jami'an means all together or all. So once, okay, the word thumma, first the meaning is then, but thumma is used when one thing is done and after that something else has to be done. Okay, so thumma means then, which means all the creation has been gathered together and after that something will happen. What will happen? Thumma, then after that, yaqulu. Okay, so thumma means
Zabar zyada ho gaya in par.
jami'aniya. Thumma means then. So what will happen? Yaqulu. Okay, and that is from Qaf, Waw, and Lam. This means to say. And when we put a ya in the beginning, it becomes yaqulu. He will say. The meaning is he says and he will say, but we will use the meaning he will say. Okay? He again points to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then he will say. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say something. Okay. Now, the word is, the root letters is mim, lam and kaf. It has many meanings, these letters. Okay. But if we pronounce the noun this way, malakun. Malakun means angel. Malak. Okay. Mulk has a different meaning, Malik has a different meaning. There are many meanings, but Malak is one angel. And its plural is malaikatun. Okay, which is written as, you can also written malaikatun. Malaikatun means angels. Okay. Then you put al before that. Al means the angels, and al changes this dhammas 2 into 1. Al malaikatu, the angels. Okay. Then you put lam before that, and lam here will be 2. And lam with a kasra is a harf jar, so harf jar changes dhamma to a kasra. Okay. So the pronunciation will be lil. Don't pronounce this alif here. Don't even write this alif there. Lil malaikati, to the angels. Thumma yaqulu, then he will say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say, or will address to the angels. Okay? To the angels. So here, because this is a Hamza here and there is an alif before that, so you have to stretch it in the pronunciation. Mad should be pronounced. Malaikati. Okay? So you can put a mad there because it's written slightly differently. Okay, so what is he going to say? Ahaulai. Okay, so it's made of two words. Okay, alif with a hamza and a fatha is a question mark. Okay, and this word is ha is this way, and then it is u. Okay, this wow is not to be pronounced because it's just helping Hamza to sit on. It's called chair for Hamza. Okay, so ha u, then you have la, and you have e. Okay. Now, because of this Hamza here, this alif should be pronounced with a mad. Okay. So it is. So don't stretch on the wow. It is ha ulai. Okay. This word means these people. It is used for the people, and you are pointing to a group of people. These people. Okay, so this is the meaning of ha-ulai, these people. Okay, now with this question mark will be, are these people? Or are these the people? Okay, are these the people? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will address to the angels but pointing to some people, mankind. Are these the people? Okay. Iyyakum, so let's look the word. Iyyakum, we recite iyyaka. Iyyaka means only you, ka means you, one person. But here is a plural of ka, which is kum. Only you all. Okay. Only you all. So now again, here from the context, this is the day of judgment, but the conversation is about the worldly life. Okay? So, one way to translate it, were these the people? Instead of are these people, they used to do something in their worldly life. Okay? So, you can say, are these the people? But then when you proceed further, it will show you that these people were doing something in their worldly life. So, for now, you can just translate, were these or are these the pupil? Are these the pupil? Okay. Iyyakum, only you. So Iyya means only, exclusively. And you means you all, plural. And this is pointing to the angels. Okay. Now let's look at the next two words which we have to translate together. The root letters is kaf, waw, and noon. Okay, and its simple meaning is to be. Okay. So when we put three fathas, the middle waw and fatha becomes alif. Kana. Okay. Kana, third person he, and past tense of to be is he was. Okay. When you add a waw, it becomes plural. So it becomes kanu. And we write down this alif with a circle, which means don't pronounce this alif, it's a alif firqaya. So this means they were. So that is one word. Kanu, separately, it's about the plural of third person and past tense. They were. Okay. Now, let's look at the other word, and ba and dal. This means to worship. Okay. And again, by the rule of the dictionary, this follows the grammar of Nasara, which means it has a dhamma in the middle one. Okay. So when we make the grammar, the middle letter will carry dhamma on it. Okay. So yaf'aluna means they do. So when you use these three letters, its meaning will be they worship. Okay, so ya'buduna means they worship. Present tense or future tense. Okay. So the word yafaluna or yabuduna, this ya brings the meaning of present tense, present tense, okay, then third person. Waw brings the meaning of plurality, okay. So the word is ya-bodu. This noon is added for some other purpose. It's called noon-e-arabi, and it falls off, changes into something, but that's separate thing.
What did you say?
Noon, it has a name, noon-e-arabi. Arab is a rule of grammar where the fatha change, dhamma changes into fatha. When that happens, that is not called the grammar. That's called the ilmul arab. Okay. There are two kinds of knowledges of the Quran. One is a harakat. Harakat are the fatha, dhamma, and kasra. They define the sound of the word. Okay. But there are three other things which we call tanween. 2 fathas, 2 dhammas, 2 kasras, and a jazam. Okay. These are the classified as Arab, not harakat. And those are the ones which are affected by the other words. Like in kitabun becomes kitaban. Okay, when some other word is acting on this word.
They are affected by other words?
That's what the khalaqal insano became khalaqal insana. So Dhamma changes into a Fatha. If there were two Dhammas, then they will change to two Fathas. So that kind of ilm is called ilmul Arab. Because there we are bringing the concept of a maful there. Something is working on something and that is changing. Or like for example, when you combine two nouns and put the word off in between. Okay? What are we doing? We are changing the last letters, harakats, or la. Okay. So that is happening because we are making mudaf ilayh, we are making the jar there. So all that ilm is called ilmul Arab.
Does the designation Arab, and I'm curious here, does it come from a reference to people of the desert Arab who used to speak that way?
It is related because this is their language, very fusha, very understandable language. See, the thing is that by just changing the two dhammas to two fathas, you are actually bringing a new concept. Now that this person cannot do anything, but somebody is going to do some work on this person. So now you have fixed the position of the person. He is a maful now.
So regardless, you change one dhamma to fatha or two dhamma to...
That happens because of al.
The meaning
That
is the
happens
same.
because of the al.
Right.
If the al was not there, then two fathas and two dhammas and two kasras are there.
Right.
So al is the one which is making 2 to 1, but what is changing dhamma to a kasra or dhamma to a fatha? That is happening because some other word is acting on this word and bringing a different concept in the meaning. Because the word is in, okay, so look at this one. The word is insanun.
Okay.
Insanun means man.
Man, yeah.
Okay. If you put al before that, you are just making it a proper person.
Insano.
Al insano. What are you doing? You're making a definite noun from indefinite, right? Now it is not now any man, but some man. Okay. Now you are making someone else work on this person. Khalaqa. Someone is creating al insano. Now, so what is happening here? Look at the full concept of this. This person himself cannot do anything anymore.
You mean al-insano?
Al-insano
Okay.
cannot do anything. Why? Because he is being worked on now. He is being created. We put him after khalaqa. So khalaqa is the file who is creating. He create. So file is hidden in the khalaqa. Okay, so khalaqa is the word that has a file or a creator in it. The other word is the word al-insan. Work is being done on that. To represent that whole philosophy, we are going to just change the al-insano's dhamma to al-insano fataha. So it becomes al-insana. So as soon as you see the word al-insana, even if I put my hand on the word khalaqa, just by looking at the al-insana, you can say that because it has a fatha, this is a maful. Some work is being done on this person or this word. So you have actually put more information in there, in the word itself, just by changing the harakat on the last letter. And that's always last letter. Important thing is that you always affect the last letter. Okay? So that kind of knowledge is called ilmul Arab.
So the noun which has a transformative effect on it because of some other word. So those other words can only be verbs?
No. Inna Allaha ala kulli shayin qadir. Inna, change Allahu to Allah. Okay, so this doesn't have to be only the verbs or the nouns. There are all the harf-e-jars. What are they doing? They are changing dhamma to a kasra.
Or harf-e-nada.
Harf-e-nada is doing that. A lot of other, lan does that, lam does that. So all these effects, all these words that have effect on the next word can be a noun or it can be a verb. Okay? So when all these changes take place, that is called ilmul arab. Okay? You have to learn that knowledge to understand why all of a sudden in one ayat the word munafiqun is used and next ayat munafiqin is used. In Surah Al-Munafiqun, you read the
But
surah.
meanings are the same, right? Un and in, because it's a plural.
Right, but why it changed then? I'm saying that if you can learn that, why it changed, why Allah did not use in both cases munafiqin or both cases munafiqun.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because in the context, that word is, in one case, word is doing something.
Oh, okay.
In the other case, some work is being done on that munafiqin.
So in other words, if it's a munafiqun, is the work is...
So he's the doer, he's the file.
Doer, okay. Un is the doer, okay. And the in is the on whom it's done.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
So now go and read the meaning again of these two ayats. You will see that in one case, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the munafiqin, they are doing something. And in the other ayat, you will notice that someone is saying something about or doing something about them. Okay? Okay. So here, what we want to learn here is that Ya'buduna is they worship. This is present tense.
Right.
Okay? Kanu is a past tense. Okay? Kanu means they were. And Ya'buduna is a present tense. Okay? So when we combine these two together, we combine for a purpose. The meaning becomes continuous past until present. So the meaning will be Kanu Ya'buduna will be they used to worship or they had been worshipping. Okay? So the meaning here is they used to worship. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the angels, these people who are standing here in front of you, were they worshipping you in the worldly life? They used to worship you. They had regarded you. And as a matter of fact, Christianity, they worship the angels. They call angels for protection and this and that, all those things. Okay? And not only them, but a lot of other religions have taken angels and worship them.
And its question form continues still till then because of the how.
Yes, yes. Are these the people they were worshiping you? Yeah. No, in Quraysh, Makkah, they used to call the angels as daughters of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they used to worship them.
Right.
So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking them on the day of judgment, angels that they used to worship you, are these the people they were worshipping you? Okay, so the question is being put forth to the angels in the presence of those worshippers of angels. Okay, so now angels will answer in the next ayat. Okay, Qalu. Qalu, because it is a Qalu means they said. Literal meaning is they said, but the context is the hereafter. Okay, so the meaning will be they will say. And they who are there, angels. So they will say. Angels will reply. Okay. Now, this word comes a lot. Subhana means glory.
Glory.
Ka means you.
Mhm.
Okay? So, glory be to you. Tasbih to you. Okay? So, Subhana, glory be to you. Okay. Now, the word anta is a pronoun, it means you for one person. Anta is used for one person, you. Now, notice one thing here. Ka means you, one person. Anta also means you, one person.
Second person.
The difference is that ka is an attached pronoun and anta is a detached pronoun. Okay? And attached pronoun comes after the word. Meaning is same for both. But pronouns are written two different ways. One is the attached, and that's the reason it's also written attached. Subhana. Okay? And anta has the same meaning, but it is a detached pronoun. So the meaning is here, you.
So there are two times you coming, so it's making a double emphasis on this?
No. It's the sentence. Okay?
It could be Subhanaka Waliyuna, meaning is the same.
No.
Or no?
Anta waliyuna, you have to point to somebody, say, you are my helper. So you can assume that the sentence ended here at this time. Subhanaka, glory be to you. That's sentence finished. Now you're starting a second sentence.
Okay.
You are my friend.
So the utility of the word, the letter K at the end of the word only resides in that word only and doesn't extend
Exactly.
beyond that word.
It's attached to, so you have to finish there.
Okay. I see. Okay.
So now, Vaw, Lam and Ya and Waliyun means friend or guardian. Waliyun. We say Wali, but the full word is Waliyun. The Ya has to be pronounced with Shadda. Waliyun. Okay? And Na means us or we. Okay? And when you combine these two as mudaf and mudaf ilayh, will be meaning friend of us or our friend or our guardian. You combine these two together.
So Waliyun is the Mudafa, Na is the Mudafa. Like Waliyuna. Okay.
When you combine, then one dhamma goes from here, and this is a pronoun. Pronouns don't change. If it was a noun, it will become kasra. So this is the word written together, as it is written there. Waliyuna, our guardian or our friend. But guardian is better. Okay. So they are saying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you are our guardian, you are our protector, you are our friend, you are the one who look after us. Okay. Now Duna, or Dunun actually, means other. Okay. Then take this word. Hum means them.
This guardian is AU or UA?
Correct. That's
Is it
correct.
correct? UA is correct? Or AU? Oh, okay. I wrote it wrong.
And min. Okay, and min, I'm going to translate as then. Okay? So we have three words here. First combine these two. This becomes dunohum, right? This will lose one dhamma. And this will not change. Dunohum. Min is a harf jar. So duno will become duni. And pronouncing hum will be him.
Min duni him.
Min duni. Other than them. Besides them. Or other than them. And them is pointing to the pupil. Angels will say that you are our guardian, not they. We have nothing to do with these people.
Well, wait a minute. Min, because of the hafijar, it becomes duni. Min duni. But whom becomes him is because of this.
Easy tajweed pronunciation.
Oh, easy tajweed. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So other than them. Okay. So this meaning is other than them.
Hafiz Sahib, there's some confusion here.
Mm.
Other than them means it's negating, excluding them.
Exactly.
Right. But you see, in Surah At-Tawbah, when Allah Ta'ala says, اتخذوا أحبارهم ورهبانهم أربابا من دون الله.
Other than Allah.
So there it is always translated as they have taken their priests and their rabbis as lords besides Allah.
Besides leaving Allah on the side. It's instead of Allah.
Is it instead of Allah or in addition to Allah?
Beside, actually based on the context, if they have taken them as gods, then it is other than Allah, leaving Allah. So are they, what kind of shirk they are doing? If they have totally assumed that their ruhban and their ahbar are the ones who are acting like Lord for them, then they have left Allah on the sideline. So I haven't seen any translation where both are included there.
The translation that I have experienced is like besides Allah.
Besides Allah.
Means Allah and them. Actually, for that ayah, a Sahabi came to Prophet ﷺ and said, "Why does this Quran say that the Jews and Christians worship the priests and rabbis?
Right.
They don't do that." And the Prophet ﷺ replied, "Didn't they make halal what Allah made haram?"
Haram.
Surah Tahrim, right?
No, Surah Tawbah.
Surah Tawbah, yeah. Allah made, they made halal or they made haram.
Right.
Meaning
Right,
the same. It says only one way.
Right.
But meaning that although they do take Allah, but whatever Allah, some of what Allah has made halal.
Exactly. So that is the interpretation there.
So
Yes.
Besides means yes Allah, but also
Right. So here,
But here referring to the
if
other
you go
than
to
Allah.
the same context here, okay, that they have taken angels as the daughters of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and worshipping them, so they will get close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through them. So in that case, you can translate besides here. Would that be a better translation? Sure.
So here, excuse me, other than them means other than angels.
Other than means you have
Angels,
left
right?
completely and you have taken this only.
No, here referring to other than angels. Because they were believing.
No, angels are the one who are talking.
No, I know. Khalu subhanaka. Angels are the one who's talking. When it says min dunihim, other than them. So other than them, they are taking that as the angels, as the daughters of their worshipping. That's what it means, right? Other than
No,
them.
basically what's saying that first they are saying Anta
You.
waliyuna. Oh Allah, you are our guardian.
Right.
Not them.
And then that's it.
So, other than them, not these people. We have nothing to do with these people.
This means angels.
No.
No?
Angels are the one talking
I know.
about the people. In the first ayat, there are some people who are standing there.
Okay.
Angels are being asked by Allah subhanahu
Right.
wa ta'ala,
Right.
are these the people
Who
were worshipping you in the worldly life?
Right.
Angels will reply in this ayat,
You are the only one.
you are our guardian.
Guardian.
Besides them, we have nothing to do with these people.
Okay.
Okay, I think I get the context now. It's context. In Surah At-Tawbah, the ayah ends with Subhanahu amma yushrikun, and Allah is far removed from that shirk. So the context there is of shirk. Here is there of exclusivity.
That's
You are
what we are.
worshiping, I say.
Because instead of worshipping, for example, in Christianity, when it comes to the concept of worshipping, it stops at Jesus. Even though they say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator, but then it stops worshipping, ibadat, it stops right there.
But they are worshipping Jesus, the Son of God.
That's what I'm saying there.
Thank God.
Okay,
We should both
So-
God and Jesus as God.
Yeah.
okay, let's continue on this one. Okay, so what angels are now saying something else. They're saying bal, but.
But
Okay. And the same words. Kanu ya'buduna, they used to worship. Or they had been worshipping. But now they stopped worshipping because the life has ended now. It says Yawmul Qiyamah now. But nobody's worshiping nobody there. So in the worldly life, Kanu ya'buduna, they used to worship. Okay, same words. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that Kanu ya'buduna, angels are blind. No, they used to worship jinns. Okay? They used to worship. Now, why it is al-jinna, fatah on noon? The al-jinna, maful, because work is being done on the jinns. Jinns are not worshipping, they are being worshipped. So work is being done. So al-jinnu will come as in the state of nasab. Nasab means it will have a fatah.
Fatah means maful.
Maful, this is Arab, understanding of the Arab. Okay. The jinns.
Oh, I see. Okay.
When I didn't know all these things, I would say somewhere in the Quran it says Rabbal Alameen, somewhere Rabbil Alameen, somewhere Rabbul Alameen. I said, what language is this?
You know, if you understand, then you can apply. That's so, alhamdulillah, so mashallah. It's good.
Okay. Aksarun, most, kasrat, it's common words. Aksaruhum, most of them. Okay. Most of those people. Okay. So most of them.
This comes from af'al, right?
Yeah, it's a superlative degree. No. This is a superlative degree. This is not grammar of the verb. Kasar, hasana means to be good, right?
Yeah.
To be good. When you put an alif in the beginning, this is called superlative degree. Ahasanu, it means better or best. In English, we have three stages: good, better, and best. Right? What's the difference between better and best? Better is good than one or more. Best is good than all. Right? So you're still comparing. In Arabic, one word takes care of both. In the context, if it's being talked about all the people, you will translate best. If some, you'll translate better. So this is ahsanu is called the making the superlative degree.
So ahsanu by itself is the
Is a
absolute.
full
But
word.
If it's relative, then it will be ahsan min something, right?
Right, right. Yeah, if it's a relative.
So if it is a better or best, both are superlative
Both are superlative. You're comparing,
in a different form.
yeah, different number of the other side. Okay, so you have, a lot of word. Aksaro, ahsano, akbaru, Allahu Akbar. When you say Allahu Akbar, what are you saying? There's a superlative degree. Greatest. Okay, so that is how the superlative degrees are made. Okay, so that's what it is. Aksaruhum, most of them. Aksar means many or most. Kasrat. Okay, Kasara are the root letters. Kaf, Sa and Ra. And the noun is kasratun. Kasrat means lot. Aksar, most. Many. Okay. Bihim. Be is you translate in them. Okay, and him we are pronouncing as.
Because of being him.
No, not because, this is just tajweed only.
Oh.
Harf jar is not acting on the pronoun.
Okay.
Okay, so it is still bihum. But for tajweed we are pronouncing bihim.
Oh, not because of the Hafiz.
Harf jar does not change pronouns, only nouns.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so bihim means in them. In them means most of the people in the jinns. Yu'minun, believed. So angels are making few small sentences, statements. So yu'minun, they believed.
Also, in this one, it won't consider as a believers, mu'minun. It just in
No,
this
no,
concept.
they would be this, that's the right translation. It's a doer, file. So the right translation, they were believers. In them, they were believers. So yeah, so this is not a verbal grammar, it's a noun. They were believers. Which has the same meaning. They used to believe and they were believers, but because it's a mu'min is a file, is a doer, is a person. And mu'minuna is the plural of that. Believers. Okay? So they are making few small statements. First of all, they are glorifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanaka. Then they are saying, you are our Lord, wali, guardian. Then they are saying that these people whom you pointed and said to us that they were worshipping us, they were not worshipping us. They were actually worshipping the jinns.
If you said they were like before they were believed, that means it becomes a maful, right?
Yeah,
That's why, okay.
not maful, but it's a meaning, both cases are
File?
doers, yeah, believers. But that was a verbal statement, sentiment. This is a noun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a verbal noun, but not verb anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, aksarahum, most of these people,
That's too deep for us to understand.
in them believed
Okay.
or were believers. Okay. So this is how angels will respond to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So what is the meaning here? I didn't quite understand. So these people, they used to worship the jinns. And
Yes.
among them, in them, some of them were believers.
Believers in jinns.
Believers in jinns.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bihim, in them. And them is pointing to jinns.
oh, the jinns, among the jinns were believers.
No. There's some people, among these people, there were those who used to believe in jinns as
As their
entity to worship.
So some of these people would imply humans, but we began with saying Yahshuruhum Jamian. which included both jinns and people.
Yes.
So the jinns in which some entities believed, those entities could include other jinns and other people.
But you notice one thing here is that jinns are being talked about here only.
Yeah.
They may be present, but they are not being questioned. Only angels are being questioned here. And only they are being questioned about a group of people. That's all. Jinns may be there, but they are somewhere else. Nobody's talking to them or saying anything to them, or they are not saying anything in these two ayats. This is an ayat between some people and the angels. And only the conversation is taking place between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the angels. People are not talking here. Those guilty ones who are just standing there, they are not saying anything. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking some angels, these people who are standing here, were they worshipping you? Angels will reply, no, they were not worshipping us, that's all. But they were worshipping jinns. So, in other words, what they are saying, go and ask jinns now. We are free. Yeah.
Before we go to the third ayah, in the first one we say Iyakum. Iyakum.
Only you.
By only you, only unto you, right?
Unto you, yes.
Only unto you.
Yes.
Because Iyakum.
Yeah.
Like when they would say Jazakallah, I would say Iyak.
Yeah.
And also unto you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe a smoother translation would be, are these the people who used to direct their worship unto you?
Yeah,
Right.
that's a good translation. Yeah. As I said,
Meanings
that
are
you can
same.
beautify the translation
Yeah.
after you understand word by word, because it's very important that in the context you need to know what this kum, who is the kum implying there.
Yeah.
Okay, who is there are haula is implying there, who is kanu is implying to, because these are different pronouns. Who is being talked about? It could be, is it Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or the jinns, or the angels, or the people? There are 4 different pronouns possible here.
Here the kum is referring to the angel.
Well, you have to follow which pronouns is applying to which. This pronoun ka is applying to Allah subhanahu
Right.
wa ta'ala.
And that kum is for
This
the angel.
anta is going to
Allah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? This waliyuna, this is a pronoun. This is going to angels.
Right.
Okay? This min dunihim, this whom pronoun is going to the people again. Okay? Kanu yabudunal jinna aksarhum. Whom this is pointing to jinn. So every pronoun
Yeah.
is pointing to some word. So you have to exactly understand, for a proper understanding, where it is applying to.
But that particular iyakum is referring to angels. That's a questionable
This
statement.
one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Allah is,
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to the angels that were they worshipping you? Okay?
But why this ayah brought this one? Because the continuation is this. You jumped into the hole.
Yeah.
Today's the last class.
Huh?
Today last class.
Oh, I came late. I didn't know that one. Okay, alhamdulillah.
Okay.
So last ayah.
Oh, so there is no more class in Ramadan.
In Ramadan after them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So we said يَعْبُدُونَ الْجَنَّ أَكْثَرُهُمْ بِهِمْ مُؤْمِنُونَ. So when they said they believed in jinns, although among jinns were many of them, a majority of them were believers, would mean that the act of worship was directed toward maybe some of the jinns who were mu'minun. Not just the jinns who were not mu'minun, right? I'm not talking about literal translation, but meaning.
Yeah, it could point out, but here there are 2 whom here, this whom and this whom here. So we have to maybe clear which whom is pointing to who.
Oh, okay.
There are two hum. Okay. Aksaruhum
Is referring to
is this is referring to people.
people, yes.
Yeah.
And this hum is referring to the jinns.
Yeah, so those jinns could be all inclusive. Maybe those people directed the worship to
Yeah.
jinns who may be among the mu'minun.
Yeah. And there are many ayats which clarify more the whole concept. Okay. So now this ayat, as I mentioned, from Hud, Surah Hud, it is not related to these ayats directly, but this is again a situation in the hereafter. Allah
I
subhanahu
have a question. When you say Aksarohum is referring to people, but Bihim is referring to jinns. Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. So here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment, by his rahmat, some of the mankind or some of the jinn kind and whoever, they came with a lot of sins upon them or disobedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and for whatever good they had done, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala based on that forgave them and showed his mercy upon them. Okay, so that is what being said here, that it was possible that these people could have ended up in the punishment, but Allah showed his rahmat, mercy, and he forgave them,
Jinn and human.
all inclusive. Okay, but then there were some other whose crime and sins were so much that they had to go to the Jahannam. So both of these things are being mentioned here. Okay. So illa means except. Okay, or but. Okay. So is this min or man?
Man. That's what his book says.
Okay. Man.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Man means whosoever.
Yeah.
Okay. Or whoever.
जिसका
Ah. Okay. Okay, so the word is Ra, Ha, and Mim. And when you
Yes.
put three fathas, this follows the Samia, which means middle letter has Kasra here. Okay, so Rahima means he, third person, showed mercy or did mercy or bestowed mercy. Okay, third person in past tense. He showed mercy.
What is the scene for? You put scene.
Hmm?
What is the scene for?
Sin means this follow the rule of Samia, Sin, Mim, and that's a 6 triliteral letters on the sheet,
Oh, okay.
which means the middle letter has to carry kasra.
Oh.
Because when you say Sami Allahu liman hamida, you pronounce Sami'a, not Sama'a.
So always. Always.
So every 3 root letters can have the middle letter fatha or dhamma or kasra.
Oh, either one of them.
Either one.
Okay.
Okay, in this case, it is carrying a kasra.
Okay.
So Rahima is the word,
Okay.
and meaning of this is when you put this way, third person and the past tense.
Yeah, it could be Rahama, it could be Rahuma. Either way, that's what you're saying.
No, it cannot be Rahuma or Rahama. Only Rahima.
Now, when you say it could
Any
be-
three letters.
Any three letters.
Yeah, these three letters will have only this
Okay, okay.
formation.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to refine that, if there is sin, meaning that there is kasra, then it will be only kasra. There is no
Only kasra.
There is no like kasra and dhamma. No,
Yeah.
not possible.
On the middle. The
On the
first
middle.
letter will carry fatah, third will carry fatah, the middle will carry kasra.
So when you say any tri-letter word, any like a zaraba or sharaba, whatever it is, it come like a shariba, sharuba, shariba. Why this is
No,
just
no, no, no. It will come only with one letter, one harkat on the middle letter, not all three of them.
so? In other words, zariba, shariba, yeah, zaraba, no, it does. But I'm
Daraba,
confused.
daraba.
So this formulated words that when you just don't change it, that's what it is. Certain words always come.
Okay, you have that sheet that has 6 triliteral letters in it.
I think the confusion came from any three letter. You use the word any three letter. No, actually, all three letter
All three.
words will have the middle letter.
Either kasra.
Either
Kasra or dhamma or fatah.
So all three-letter words. All 3 letter words.
All the letters are 3. All
Right,
the
right,
words are 3
right,
letters.
right.
They start with the root letters 3.
Right.
99%.
Right.
Okay.
So.
So when you make the grammar, okay, a particular 3 letters, in those 3 letters, the middle letter may have a fatha, kasra or dhamma.
Right. That I understood.
And you have to learn that from the dictionary.
Okay. Oh, so in other words, each word is different. So certain
Yes.
words will come only with kasra, certain will.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So rahama comes with kasra.
Right.
And its template is called samia.
Oh.
Okay. Seen stands for samia. There are 6 fixed templates there. Okay. And any 3 letters will fit in one of those templates. Okay. So Rahima. Now look at the word here. Rabbuka. Okay. If you have dhamma on ba, okay, Rabbu. The word was Rabbun. Okay. Rabbun means Lord. When we combine with the ka, mudaf ilayh, it will become Rabbuka. The meaning will be your Lord. Okay. Now, the word after Rahima, which means he showed mercy, and the word after that is your Lord. Huh? Okay. And what is hidden in this word is this dhamma here. Not hidden, but it's dhamma is there. Okay. So what this dhamma is doing there? How is it going to change the meaning? No, what is the effect of this dhamma here?
He changed to your Lord.
He will be changed to your Lord. Just remember, khalaqallahu, dhamma. Khalaqa, he created, but Allahu has dhamma, so he will go away. Okay? But if you don't have it, so what is happening? A file noun is replacing the file pronoun.
What is it? What? File?
This is a pronoun,
Right.
right?
Uh-huh.
This is a noun, Rabbu, right?
Right.
So, but Rabbu has a dhamma.
Uh-huh.
So this noun, forget about this ka.
Okay.
This noun will replace this pronoun.
Okay.
So the meaning will be, your Lord showed mercy. Your Lord showed mercy.
So noun replace the pronoun.
Yes, because it has a Dhamma. If it was not Dhamma, then it will become a maf'ul.
Right.
And work will be done on that. Now the Rabbo is doing the work because it took over the file, which
Wait.
was unknown before, now it is a known file. He was a known pronoun. You don't know who he is, but now it became a known noun. Okay?
It will not do for maf'ul. It's only do on some doer, right? Because Rabbuka.
No, if I had a fatha there,
Uh-huh.
I cannot do this.
You cannot do that. Okay.
Yeah. So that is the understanding here. So meaning will be, your Lord showed mercy, and upon whomsoever your Lord showed mercy or bestowed mercy. Huh? Your Lord showed mercy. Okay.
Implied is two, right?
Hmm?
Implied is the Lord showed mercy two.
To or upon or toward. Yeah. Now the word is wow. Wow means and. Letter. And the kaf and zalika.
That, right? That.
Hmm?
Talika means
Not
that.
kaf is just lam. Lam and zalika. Lam with the kasra, and that means for. And zalika means that. Okay. And that is pointing to mercy. And for that, and for showing the mercy or bestowing the mercy. Walizalika, and for that. Okay. Then we have to take the next word to complete the meaning. Khalaqa, he created. Hum means them. And them is pointing to man. And this is pointing to Rabbo. And for that purpose he created them. So here, interestingly, the purpose of the creation is being mentioned. Why he created? So he can show his mercy.
A purpose.
A purpose.
Because elsewhere it says, وَمَا خَلَقْتَ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ
Insa illa liya'budun. Yeah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his nature has mercy. Rahmat. Unless he creates something and displays that quality or this Ismul Husna of his, the revelation of the Rahmah will not appear. Exposition of the Rahmat will not be displayed until it is done upon someone.
I see.
And in order to do upon someone, you have to create that one.
So creation is a maf'ul.
So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has not created his creation and has not shown his mercy upon the creation, his rahmat would have remained hidden.
I see, okay.
Could not be applied anywhere. His sifat of being merciful will remain out of sight, out of use. Okay. And that's the reason on the day of judgment many people will be forgiven who don't deserve, because of his mercy, not because of their deeds, not because of their performance in this world, but even there's hadith about that was said that Prophet said, even I will enter the paradise through the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But at the same time, it says no matter what, it all depends upon what you did, and it will be given. It will be accountable. This or that.
Right.
Before you go, before His mercy so great, it will be accountable. But that means that we have to do good deeds. We just can't leave His mercy there.
Exactly.
We'll be forgiven.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or people take advantage of that word. He is merciful no matter what you do.
So He created them. Okay. Now, fa'ala and fa'a, when you put a ta, fa'alat, it becomes the grammar of feminine, she did. Okay. Fa'alat, when you put a ta, it becomes the grammar of feminine and past tense. So tamama is to complete or to fulfill. Tamam, to fulfill or to complete. Okay. Apply this grammar. There is two memes there with tammat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So tammat and I'm going to just write down the literal meaning. She fulfilled, she completed something. We don't know what it is. Okay, the word after that is kalimatu. Kalima means the word. So actually before that, we have to do another thing here. So you have Rabbun, Lord, and Ka means you. Okay. So when you combine these, it will be Rabboka. Okay? Rabboka is your Lord. Rabboka, your Lord. Okay? Then look at this word, Kaf, Lam, Mim. Okay? The noun from this kalimatun, which we say kalima, but the word is, full word is kalimatun, word. Kalimatun is the full word. Okay, and we start with a kalima. So now we have two words here. We have kalimatun and we have rabbuka.
Oh, okay.
your Lord. Okay? So you say word of your Lord.
When you put off, that the two dhamma will become
So
one.
what happens here? This became one dhamma, kalimatu, and this will change to kasra. Rabbo will become Rabbi,
Right.
right? So
Right.
this became Rabbika. Kalimatu Rabbika. So now the word is kalima to Rabbika. Rabbika. Word of your Lord. Okay. Kalimatu Rabbika. Okay, now I'm going to put the word Tammat before that. Tammat.
She fulfilled. Okay.
She
Fulfilled.
fulfilled. Okay. Or she completed. Huh? Or just write down fulfilled. We have to fix the. Okay, now I'm going to point out something. This Kalimato has a Dhamma here, right? I'm going to write down in red. So why did I do that, and what is the effect of that?
Becomes file.
Huh?
It is
It became file, doer. So it's going to replace this doer here. And why? Because this is a feminine word, and this is a feminine she. Okay? So this is going to replace this. So the word of your Lord is fulfilled, or done, completed.
तुम्हारे रब का कहा पूरा हुआ.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a statement when He created mankind that those who will not obey or follow me, I will fill hell with them. Okay?
So here
So on
she.
the day of judgment, when some people and jinns will be sent to the Jahannam, the word will be completed. His statement will become true. It's done. Tammat.
So here she is referred to hell.
Kalima. We are replacing kalima. Kalimatun, it means a statement, a word. And because it says tam marbuta at the end, this is a feminine
Right,
word.
right.
Okay? And it is coming after this verb. And it has a dhamma. So when the noun has a dhamma in the rafa state, it will replace this pronoun there. Just like khalaqallahu. Okay? So the word of your Lord is completed, is done.
So the kalima is a noun, but tammat is the verb. So when the noun is coming after the verb, that
With a dhamma,
with the dhamma will change to the pronoun, right?
not dhamma.
Take
The
care.
whole word will replace this pronoun. The word, this is the kalima, right?
Right.
So this pronoun will be replaced by this noun. So the meaning will be the word of your Lord is done. Okay? Or is fulfilled. Okay? Word of your Lord is fulfilled. Okay, So kalima is not one word, but it can be a statement of combination of few words. Okay. So that is this word here, this statement here is that kalima. From here to there is the word. Okay. What is that word? La'amla'anna jahannama. Okay. So Mim, Lam and Hamza are the root letters. Okay. And the meaning of it is to fill. To fill. Okay. So now when we have fa'ala, if I make it af'alu, put an alif in the beginning, it brings the grammar of I, first person, and present and future. So the meaning will be I will do. Af'alu, I will do. Or I am doing, both present and future. That's the grammar of first person mudare. Okay? So this word will become la'u. La'u means I will fill. Same harakat here. Af'alu la'u. Okay. Now we are going to put lam and noon with a shadda. This is called lam al-taqeed. And this is called noon al-taqeed. Okay, and the meaning is surely. Both of them meaning is surely. Definitely. Okay, so when you pronounce that la and so this is noon fatha, this is pronounced as a fatha also, la anna, so all of them are smooth fathas there. La anna, definitely, surely I will fill.
So, Dhamma is changed to Fatha because of...
Not just pronunciation, tajweed.
Oh, for easy pronunciation.
Yeah. You see that every letter has in a Fatha there?
Okay.
So if you pronounce this Fatha, it will be easy tajweed. Okay? But the word by itself is amla'u. If this noon was not there, you will have to say af'alu amla'u. So la'amla'anna means definitely, without any doubt, I will fill. Okay? So surely I will fill. Now the word after that is Jahannamu. All the nouns are in the Rafa state. So what it made is Jahannama. Because the work is being done on this word. It's a maf'ul of filling. So here you cannot replace noun with a pronoun because it's in the state of nasab. It's already maf'ul, work is being done on it, so it cannot take over. So this is the example of khalaqal insana. Insano became insana because work is being done on insan. So here work is being done on Jahannam. Jahannam is not doing anything, someone is putting something inside the Jahannam. So the hell or hellfire.
Min from.
Both that sense of the words are very straightforward. Minal jinnati of the man and of the jinns and the man all together. Ajmain is jama'a together, put together. It's a plural.
Yeah.
And min is a harf jar, so that's the reason nasi and jannati.
Here instead of from, min, off, right?
Off, yeah. Better translation
Yes.
is
Off.
with also.
With.
Yeah. So with jinns and man. Okay, and ajmain is all together. So actually this word is jama'a or ajma'a, and then plural will be ajma'un, but because work is being done, it will be ajma'in.
What is the difference between al-jannu and al-jinnat?
It's a good question. When we translate al-jinnu, here the literal meaning is jinn kind. Okay, and this is jinns. Just like you say mankind and people and man. Okay, so mankind includes all men, male, female, children, and everybody. Okay, and when you say some man came, okay, then you're talking about a certain type of those. So just like in English, the word mankind and man, the difference. Mankind will include man and women both.
So when you say al-jannu, means the jinn kind.
Yeah, this is jinn kind. Okay, even though we just translate the jinns, but for the understanding, this will be like jinn kind. And here, jinns. Okay, jinn and nas. Okay.
Same thing, jinns kind.
Right, but you see, the word is
The
used
meaning
in
is the
Quran.
same.
Meaning at the end, meaning will be same. Yeah. See, the other thing is that here it's a feminine word. Malaikatun is a feminine word.
Right.
The feminine word doesn't mean that they are feminine actually.
Oh,
Okay, it's a word because they both have group. Both have male and female jinns,
okay.
but this word it's used for all of them.
So
The word is malaikatun. Malaika is a last letter is ta marbuta.
yeah, always malaika is the feminine, right?
The word is feminine. They are not feminine.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh, that's
Well, like pen, is what you say.
Qalam, okay.
Ka is a masculine or feminine? Huh?
Masculine.
Right. But book or kitab is
Mas-
feminine.
Okay.
But that's the way we speak the language. It doesn't mean that they have anything to do with the nature of femininity and
But
masculinity.
isn't that the way how we in
So
the
how-
Arabic
that's the way
language,
we language
Tamarbuta
it.
always means feminine. It automatically
Yeah.
comes to your mind. Tamarbuta is
Yeah.
a feminine.
Right, but the word is feminine doesn't mean that it has the nature of being a moderness. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a deep thing.
Okay, so inshallah we'll stop here.
So you guys have all good Ramadan.